All right, you guys. I bought a collection because I was excited. I visited back and forth with the guy for a while, and I made a calculated risk. I don't think my calculations paid off, but I still wanted to share the experience with you all. So enjoy. We're to sleep. All right. All right. It's late October 2021. I haven't had a collection in a while that I bought, and I bought a bunch of pops recently, and then I found a guy that I had talked to a while ago here in the Inland Northwest that reconnected with me about his comic book collection. This video is going to go through those comics because I bought them. And I live in a big area in the Inland Northwest. A lot of people traveling around. And I'm not going to say where I got this from, but it was quite a drive. And mom and dad are hauling them in behind me now. You'll see mom carrying a couple of totes. Oh, one tote there.
One tote, I know.
I know. Here comes dad carrying two totes. And what you just saw was 30% of that collection. So this is going to be a cut-up video. I'll show you some pictures. We'll talk about them. And maybe look at some highlights. Thanks for watching. Wake up. Press return. All right, we have all 10 totes, 9 totes, and a short box here. And after a cursory glance, Dad and I are realizing that maybe we might have spent a little too much, but we got over 1,000 comics here. And, there's not going to be anything that's going to be worth a bunch of money. But I've got this vendor mall space out in Post Falls, Idaho, and one of the things we have to do is constantly get new stuff out there for people. So, I go around and I buy these collections, and we go through one by one, which we have not done yet with these, and I'm going to price every single one of these, get them all in new bags and boards, and take them out for you guys to buy for me at Premier Vendor Mall in Post Falls, Idaho. So, I just wanted to show you guys, this is the beginning of our work. This is collection intake, and we have to go through each of these about 3 times before they are ever for sale. And in that process, I will look them all up one by one and dig for gold. And later in this video, I will show you some of the better books. I will set them aside, and we will maybe even think about grading some. I know there are 4 copies of Spawn #1. There is the darker image issue with newsstand variants, black and white, and gold. And then there's a lot of that cartoon stuff too. So we got plenty of work ahead of us, and it's only going to be a minute or 2 for you guys. But for me, it's going to be about 2 weeks of work. Hope we find good stuff. Bye. All right, we got 1 tote down. We got about a half a long box out of it. And of course, every collection has a tote #1. And these are just a few of the things we picked out to show off. Like I said, I think we probably overspent on this collection, but this will be the worst of the totes, hopefully. A couple of nice copies of Kid and Play #1. Those are cool. Baseball Legends Mickey Mantle, it's in real nice shape. Joe Montana. We even found a signed Vampirella and Shadowhawk. Very, very cool. And that was about it from box tote #1. Alright, tote #2 is empty. We have filled a long box, and we got like some 15 and 20 cent Sylvester and Tweeties. We got a facsimile Hulk #1, a cool early She-Hulk, That's an Adam Hughes cover right there. Look at the sticker on that one, though. Pisses me off when dealers, and the guy I bought these from was not a dealer. That was not his fault. But when dealers put stickers on books. I believe the name of that was Deustralia. Looked like a pissed off kangaroo on it. We got an Old Young Love. Not in very good shape. And then in the box, in that tote, was number 1 through 25 or so of the 80s Blue Beetle. So, I don't know that we're getting any better, but we're 2 totes into 10. Third tote highlights. We got another half a long box, bunch of Fantastic Four, and a couple of good Fantastic Fours. Those ones are hot because of the Loki series. And that one's going to be bigger going forward, so that's good. Spec that's not spec. Gotta love that. Look at the barcode area there. First appearance of Mobius. And then there were a couple issues here. Thor number 8, I think, has some Jane Foster stuff going on in it. Night Thrasher number 1 newsstand. And then another Fantastic Four. I don't think that's the, best book, but it goes with all the rest of them. 30% of the way done. We've been through a few boxes now, and I want you to remember that there is going to be something of a payoff at the end. I didn't strike the gold I was hoping for. I think that's pretty obvious by now. But it's not always about just winning and losing. It's about enjoying the process. And like I told the guy I bought these from, I love going through collections. Like, it's my favorite thing to do. So let's keep going through this one. Another full long box. We had an absolute pile of 15 and 20 cent cartoon books. And then we had a few worth kind of taking a peek at. We got that Dark Scarlet Witch on the Marvel Fanfare. Looking forward to seeing her more in the MCU. Then we got this one, just kind of some more DC stuff early in this box. Which means that we had this very fun Shining cover too. I'm a big fan of the book, The Shining. And that scene in the movie is iconic. Catwoman number 1, it is not in the greatest condition. But we all know that Adam Hughes did good things. And then we had 2 of these beauties. They were hiding in the same bag and board. I was happy. Those are a couple of great books. And another Late Moon Night to round us out. So, that bin was a little better. Hopefully we're on the right track. We are full on Bon Jovi, baby. Halfway there. Now, you see a few Fantastic Four comics sitting up there. Got a few more to add to the big run from the last box. And then here we got a couple that are kind of cool. Ghost Rider number 1 from the early 90s. Spirits of Vengeance number 1. Everybody's excited about that video game coming up. Look at this. We are almost at a key issue. First cameo of Apocalypse. Gotta love that. Marvel Zombies, baby. Fantastic Four. And I know that we've got a few more copies of this coming up in a future box. But that is pretty, and that is on the rise right now. And then for some symmetry, another Spirits of Vengeance number 1. And Dad will smile in the reflection. Oh wait, that's Ghost Rider. Number 1. Halfway there. Yay. Our handy dandy short box of bags and boards is taking a beating. We are about half a box deep full of brand new bags and boards that have been used through 6 totes, because we just finished our 6th tote. And we really didn't get much good stuff out of that tote. But we did get an Outcast number 1. Cool book right there. I never watched the series, but I was intrigued by it. There's that one. This one I've never seen before. Very shiny. Transformers #1 from Dreamwave. It looks to be in pretty darn good shape, and that really, really shines well on the video. So that's cool. And this ain't a big book at all, but it is fun. We got She-Hulk and Saint Nick himself, the world's greatest detective. So, 6 boxes or totes in. We got 4 to go. Let's see how we do. I know we're going to finish stronger than that. Alright, so we just got done doing our 7th bin. And I said the last one was going to be the worst bin. But I know the 3 we have left after this are better. Out of this bin, we have an early issue of Bone. That's kind of cool. We have a Wolverine issue that I think has some significance, and I can't remember what it is. So I'll check that one out. And then this is not the Riri issue, but it is the Riri series, Invincible Iron Man #1. We filled up our 3rd long box, and we'll have to fill it up a little more. Anyway, we got 3 left. Hopefully the end of this video goes strong. Alright, so we just got done with our 8th tote. We are at some of the comics now that I saw when I agreed to buy this collection. And when I agreed to buy it, I was really excited, which led to the price we gave the guy. Dad went down and picked it up. And as you've seen so far in the video, maybe not quite what I was hoping for. But let's see what we got out of this one. And there's some weird stuff. Never heard of that, but it's cool. Looks like a Harry and the Henderson Hulk. Tiger Man. And now we've got some spec that's not spec. We know Spot's coming up. That's a great book. We have an early Black Cat and Black Suit appearance. So that's cool. One before the Hobgoblin. So close. We got a nice post 300 ASM. We got a newsstand sparkly one right there. And then we got another one before the black suit. So close. So close. Another very nice condition. That's a near mint all day. Newsstand spectacular. Here you can see the overpricing on these. I don't think anybody is going to pay $48 for a Venom Madness #1. But it's a cool book. And we got, or Mace #1. 2 copies. Coming up next, we got Venom Madness #1. So that's cool. Another early Black Cat right there. Very, very nice. ASM double. Damn it anyway. 1 off of the Hobgoblin. And finally out of that box, Spectacular 98. So, we've got 2 bins left. We're on the right track. Here's hoping. Tote number 9 is empty. And sitting up here, the one all the way on the right there is that Spider-Man Unlimited #1. Newsstand. One of the top 10 books I saw in the previews of the collection. I was talking to the guy, he thought maybe a 9.8. I took a look at it, I thought maybe 9.8. And then I'll have Dad zoom in on his shoulder, right below Carnage's mouth. There is a problem with the book. So that will not be graded. Dang. And then the other 2 books here, 3 books here. Nice Amazing Spider-Mans. And still in its poly bag on the left, a newsstand edition from the McFarlane series. I will probably take it out and get it graded if it looks like it's a 9.8 contender. 1 box to go. All right, we are through all 10 boxes and bins, and I got a nice little pile here now of some decent books. You see a hot one right on top. We'll have Dad flip through this pile real quick, and then I will show you the 9 I pulled aside, and I will go back through. You can flip through. I will go back through the other boxes and pick out one more to get 10 that I will send to get pressed and graded. These darker images, we got all 4 of the types. That gold one, unfortunately, was in a poly bag, and the entire back of it has the poly bag crease. Bummer. These are nice, nice copies. Newsstand, very fine near mint, but not 9/8 candidates, unfortunately. Just some real fun, cool books. That was the oldest Uncanny X-Men. There were only 2 or 3 in the whole collection, which was a bummer. I saw pictures of all of these. These ones that you're looking at are the ones that got me excited about this collection. I was really hoping that that meant there were some other keys hiding. You've seen the video up to this point. You and I both know there were not many more keys hiding in there. And then this is a second print, not in the best shape. It's a bummer. It's got a bunch of wrinkles on it. Probably would only grade like a 6.5. So, there were those. Now I'll have Dad show you all of these, which after a press are going to be 9.2 or better in my estimation, and we will know in about 4 months. So there is the first Apocalypse. Very, very nice. Here we have 2 copies of Warlock and the Infinity Watch. If you remember earlier in the video, I did find another one. I'll have to go back and take a peek at it as well. Worth getting graded in 9.4 or higher right now. Now we have 4 copies of Spawn #1, and I'm here to tell you these are candidates. I'm going to get them pressed. I'm going to give them the best shot possible, because if I can get 9/8 out of those, while it won't pay me all the way back for this collection, it will help. This is a 9/8 candidate, darker image #1 with the newsstand. Fingers crossed. And then finally, the Jim Lee explosion is real. X-Men 11. Darn, it's not a newsstand. But Dad and I have some stuff to make up on this collection. Let's hope that these are all big, big grades. And thank you to the guy I bought these from again for 3 days of fun. Even though I'm a little disappointed with myself for spending all that money, I had a good time. All right, y'all. Wish me luck. All right. We made it to the end. The 10th book that I picked out for the submission was Kid and Play #1. Early in the boxes, you saw I got a couple copies of those. I went ahead and found the best one, which gave me 10 books. I am going to get them pressed by a friend of mine and submitted. So if you're the person who I bought these from, in about 4 months, we will find out how those 10 books did. And I really didn't make any money on these. The hope is always to find the ones that people didn't know about. And then I would love to be the kind soul who said, wow, I made $5,000. Here's an extra, $500 or $1,000 for hooking me up. Didn't happen this time. Not the collection that struck gold. But thank you. Thank you all for watching. And maybe next time it will be that golden collection. Have a good day. Talk to you soon.